So,
Well, I'll just take the next one. I'll steal the next
go for
one.
it.
All right, so we're going to talk about the ForgeBox module of the week. It is cbPlaywright. So this is a module that Eric Peterson has worked on, and I actually got to see this at the end of the box. I hadn't had a chance until then, but it's being able to run tests in actual browsers using TestBox and using also Playwright, hence the name. And so some of the features you get, like you can actually launch any sort of browser. It works on any platform. You can test your app at a much higher level. And so you can write these tests, launch a browser, assert things are happening, assert. The other thing I thought was super cool was just that you can check for JavaScript changes, wait for changes, all kinds of stuff there.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, like, I know you said any browser, any platform, one API, but I mean, you can basically render those tools up, even if you're not on, a machine. Like, you can have a Linux machine spinning up Mac OS like browsers. It spins them up, it records them as well. There's so many cool things in there. Like, there's actually like a walkthrough replay that you can do with Playwright, and I know Eric's bringing all these features in as he can, but it's just, there's some super cool things and Microsoft is backing it. And actually, the cool thing is that Cypress is using Playwright to do some stuff now. So Cypress has always been the big player in end-to-end development, but now Cypress uses Playwright for some things because Playwright just does it better. So a lot of cool things, cool things being put into this. I heard a podcast a while ago about it, and it sounds amazing. And so Eric already has it built in. We can do so much of it already, and there's more and more coming. So there's a VS Code extension that actually allows you to write your tests in VS Code using Playwright. Super cool. But we can do that right inside of CFML now. It's super cool. So
yeah, and I think he had it already, ready to go, where it pulls down all the Java jars that are needed, and
yep,
he had it set up in like no time.
Yeah,
it was a super cool presentation.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. And it's cool, like you say, okay, hit this page, click on this text field, type this in here, click the form button, check the title on the next page has this, check to make sure the error messages shows up here. Like, you can check those types of things. You can do, snapshot photos you can compare to make sure someone didn't break the style sheets, or you can do videos of the issue, and it's cool when you run your tests, and if something fails, like, it can replay them and then record them. There's just so much stuff in Playwright that's just super cool. So again, we can do a lot of stuff from TestBox, and if there's something extra in Playwright, you can just tap into that as well. And again, Microsoft's doing it. They're tying it into GitHub Actions to make it super flexible there. So I'm super excited to do more and more with it, because a lot of people are like, I don't know how to start testing. I don't know what to test. And usually my answer is, what's the most valuable thing for you to, for your app? Like, can people log in? Can they add products to their shopping cart? Can they check out? Can they pay their bill? What type of big happy paths do you want to test? And you can do those pretty quickly with something like Playwright. And then obviously you can do more unit testing and all those other things too, but you get the biggest bang for your buck testing those big happy paths where if it goes down, you're in trouble. And yeah, Playwright makes it very easy. So it's basically like JSoup on steroids, like some of the integrated that he built before, which was awesome. This just is a new level. So highly, highly recommend it. Very, very cool. That was our ForgeBox module of the week, brought to you by Modernize or Die Podcast, CFML News Edition, proudly sponsored by Order Solutions. You can see the new episodes every week on cfmlnews.modernizeordie.io or on the Order Solutions YouTube channel.